Are you suffering from a mental breakdown and you just feel like nothing is going right? The law of attraction isn't working. You're just having an awful day. Maybe you've had an awful couple of days. Well, you may sit there and look at me like, oh, it's Mr. Perfect, Mr. Perfectionist, master law of attraction man with beautiful long hair and a great big nose. No, well, besides the nose part. I use the law of attraction very proficiently. But I'm still human, and I just went through a mental breakdown. In this video, we're going to discuss everything about me, about my mental breakdown, and what I suffer from, and how we can, in 3 steps, plus a bonus step, how we can get over this mental breakdown. But before that, my name is Kai Valentine of KaiValentine.com, and I guarantee if you watch my videos, you'll not only feel better, you will also speed up the manifestation process of whatever it is that you desire. Real quick, some awesome news. I am today creating my very first course with an awesome group of other law of attraction people and other gurus of the mind, people who are awakened. It's a group of us, and it's super fun. I'm taking over the law of attraction as well as a few other people I'm going to be working with on the law of attraction. It's going to be super cool. And if you want to go get some free content and just read some more about the law of attraction from other points of views, I would highly suggest go to lifegrove.org. Okay, so I just got back from Vegas. And when I say Las Vegas, it is a very, you could either say low energy or high energy, depending on what type of person you are. And not all of Las Vegas. I'm talking about I stayed on the Strip. Well, you probably think I, myself, Kai, would enjoy the Strip. I had one of the worst weeks of my entire life. I went for a business conference because I am a writer, science fiction and fantasy author, and I met so many people, and it was a wonderful experience meeting these people, but I got drained. I was meeting probably 20 people a day and speaking to each of them for 5 to 45 minutes each. Obviously, not all of them were 45 minutes. Met great connections. I send them love. I had an amazing time with all of them. But then night would come, and I would have to walk back to my hotel. And I can't tell you how many times I got asked to buy drugs and asked to sell drugs. I don't know if it's the hair or what, but it was really, it drained me. And then one night in particular, so I have a girlfriend, okay? And one night in particular, there was this woman, about 50 years old. Actually, I know she was 50 because she told me. Drunk as a skunk. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy Vegas, and I'm going to sit here and listen to rock music. It was free. It was a free band. They were playing Possum Kingdom, Queen, AC/DC. They're playing all this good stuff, and I'm going to listen to it. She would not leave me alone. And I let it go on for too long. For 20 minutes, this woman would not. I could tell what she wanted. I could tell her intentions. And they weren't what I wanted, and it made me feel very uncomfortable. And I was really down on myself after this experience because I let it go on too long, and I had to get up and leave my safe zone of listening to this music. I was very bothered by it. I did this for a week. I had all these experiences, always asked for drugs, always asked to buy drugs around drunk people a lot of the time on the Strip because I would come home at night. And for someone who's big into the law of attraction and big into high energy, this drained me. When I got back, I had a mental breakdown. For 4 days, my brain was blank. We knew the trigger was the Las Vegas trip, but I was depressed, highly anxious. My nails are just now growing back. I bit them down to one was bleeding, and it's to where I couldn't even type on the keyboard because they hurt so bad. So a little bit about me. I was diagnosed at the age of 8 with bipolar disorder. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically mood swings. So one day I'm on top of the world, and the other day I am feeling like the crappiest person ever. I don't know if I still have bipolar disorder. I did call my mom. She's a nurse practitioner. If you don't know what that is, it's like the doctor of the nursing world. And she said I was in fact diagnosed, but if you can grow out of this, I didn't focus on it. So that's why I haven't told anybody on this YouTube channel that I was bipolar, because I didn't really focus on it. But I have suffered from high amounts of anxiety and periodic bad depression, like no joke, not sadness, depression. And I've always overcome it. I've always overcome it because I did these 3 things plus this bonus that I'm going to give you. And I really hope that this helps you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. We all have to cope with things differently, but I'm hoping out of these 4 things, they will help you and make you feel a little bit better to get through the day. And I promise you, with some sleep and trying these things out, you should start to feel better and realize there is a silver lining and that things will get better. And if things aren't getting better, there might be a chemical imbalance, which I don't want you to focus on. But after step 4, you will have an idea of where you need to go. What's the next step? So step number 1 is you need to take this seriously. Depression and anxiety is some real shit, guys. It's the worst thing ever. Again, I've suffered from this all my life. Small things that I would have to do during the day. Here in Texas, we go to H-E-B, that's our grocery shopping, and I would get anxious about that, and I would worry about it all day. Living life like that is just god-awful. If it wasn't for the law of attraction and focusing on happiness, I don't know what would have happened. I don't even know if I would be here, and I'm not taking that lightly. I had very bad anxiety. I wouldn't go to friends' houses. I didn't even want to play matchmaking on Halo, which is a video game. I didn't want to play because I was nervous of dying in that game, which is the stupidest thing ever, but that's what anxiety does. It gives you this irrational fear. It's all fear-based. It's all fear-based. But through the law of attraction, we learn to get rid of fear and replace it with happiness and love and gratitude. So with the law of attraction, I was able to overcome all of this, okay? But I want to give you, I guess not, got something in my eye. Not tangible, but actual things that you can do. So take it seriously. If you need to take a day off work, I would say go for it, but just make sure that you're still being responsible, and that you realize that if you take a day off, you really have to take that day to meditate and focus on you and take a mini vacation where you can relax, okay? You can't take off the whole week. You have to get back into it. Do not become lazy. This is a day that we are working on ourselves, taking it for ourselves, doing stuff that we love, maybe painting. I just got into painting. I'll have to go grab it and show you the painting. But take it seriously. It's a real illness. It's a real problem, and we need to overcome it. So step 1 is taking this seriously. This is not, you might hear that, oh, everybody's depressed at some point. Everybody's anxious at some point. Don't listen to that. Yours is just as serious as everybody else's. So take it seriously. Step 2 is I want you to call a friend or a family member. Now, I know you've heard this all the time, but you need to sack up. You need to just get tough. Call someone, your closest person, and tell them, hey, I've had a mental breakdown. I need some help. And you are not, if they love you, you are not a hassle to them. This is not a problem for them. They want you to call when they have a problem. They love you. They want you to call. Okay. Now everybody has this option, so we're going to get to step 3 here in a second, but real quick, call them, and I want you to make sure you tell them you have a mental breakdown, that you've had a mental breakdown, that you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious, and you don't know what to do, and you just want to talk. You just want to talk and you want to hang out. I highly suggest getting together with these people, okay? Getting together with them and being around other humans, which goes into step 3, go see a movie. That's my favorite thing in the world to do. There's something magical about seeing a movie in the middle of the week. It's like a sin. It's like it's not supposed to happen. But if you go do that, I promise you're going to feel amazing. Now, if you don't like movies and you don't have friends or family, be around people. Go take your work to a Starbucks. Stop after work and just sit and have a cup of coffee with people around you. Go to Barnes & Noble. Go to Half Price Books. Go anywhere that you like. Go to a GameStop. What do you like? Bell's? I don't... Sapporo, that's a beer. Safira, the makeups, or anything that you like to do. Go be around people. Go to Best Buy. Walk around. Go to a park. So be around people. And step 4, this is a bonus. See a therapist. If you have insurance, there's a lot of therapists that actually will take your insurance and will make, seeing them a lot cheaper. If not, I highly suggest starting to put money aside from your check or whatever you get and putting that towards seeing somebody so they can help you walk through these issues. And unfortunately, there's a bad stigma on getting therapy. It's like something is wrong with you. That's not the case at all. Therapists are Not only are they going to help you, they're going to help you move to your own conclusions, and they're going to help you rearrange your thought processes. And today I'm going to see my very first hypnotherapist, which I've already discussed with him that I want to focus on abundance and prosperity. So when he puts me under, I'm hoping that I don't know how it works, but he's going to like say affirmations or something, then it gets to my subconscious mind. So if I'm doing hypnotherapy and he's also a therapist, there's nothing wrong with it. Luckily, the stigma is being reversed and therapy is becoming a normal thing, but we take care of our bodies by eating healthy and by weightlifting, but do we take care of our minds? And the way we do this is through meditation, proper sleep, proper diet, and talking things through and getting help. There's nothing wrong with getting help. Now, about chemical imbalances. With bipolar disorder, with a lot of brain disorders, it is a chemical imbalance. Now, I'm very ignorant on this. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever it is. But if you're seeing a therapist and things aren't getting better, you're using the law of attraction and things are getting better, there is nothing wrong with taking medicine. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with taking medicine. We have to fix that chemical imbalance. If you feel like you're in this position, realize that it's going to take some time. And here's the scary part. You're going to have to play with some medicines to see which one's right for you. Now, I am not a doctor. You are watching this for entertainment purposes. I am not giving you any advice, okay? Just take this for a grain of salt. A medication you should look into is Wellbutrin, Wellbutrin. There's not a lot of side effects to that. It's nothing crazy like Xanax, which I do not suggest for anybody because they're highly addictive. But if you are taking Xanax and it's helping you, again, I'm ignorant. Again, I'm not a doctor. You're watching this for educational purposes, but Wellbutrin is, in my opinion, a very safe drug and one that could possibly help you get over anxiety and depression, because depression is usually a result of just high anxiety. So I'm giving you permission to do all of these steps. Take it seriously. Call a friend or a family member and be around them. Really, if you tell them you're having a mental breakdown, they're going to want to see you. And 3, go see a movie or be around people. And if you're going to see a movie, try and do it during the middle of the week somehow. And 4, see a therapist. Now, I didn't go into the obvious stuff like working out because of the endorphins. I have that enough in my videos already. So I know this isn't a very law of attraction-y video, but I just had to talk about it today because I just went through it and I got myself over it. Excuse me. And I just thought somebody out there might find this useful. Even, I believe it would even help you get over sad spurts. You know, you're feeling sad, you're feeling down. These will help it just as much. And you can take sadness seriously. You know, you can meditate and take some time for yourself and realize, I don't want to feel sad anymore. So I'm going to meditate and I'm going to do something for me. I'm going to do something for me to make myself feel better so I can get back into the meditation world, the manifestation process. And it's okay to feel these things. Don't try and repress them. I'm not saying repress them. I'm not. Let it out. If you need to cry, cry. I cry all the time. During meditation, something will make me sad. Thinking about my dog dying, I don't repress that feeling. If I have to cry, I have to cry. It's not a big deal. It feels good to let all that stuff out. Guys, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. So take everything that I say for a grain of salt. This is entertainment purposes only. But I really hope you found something useful in this talk today. Realize that I am not some god, some perfectionist law of attraction man behind a camera. I'm a regular person who has manifested miracles, and I'm doing this so I can help other people manifest miracles. And what's different about me is I overcame a lot of odds, high anxiety, high depression, where I've had to see therapists and psychiatrists before, as well as a horrible opiate addiction. And the opiate addiction comes from high anxiety and high depression, because when you take something like an opiate, it makes you feel like you're on cloud 9. It makes your day a whole lot better. But it is a lie. It is a lie. Eckhart Tolle tells us that, you know, anything like that is just momentary bliss, but it is going to kill you in the end. Also, with high anxiety and depression comes alcohol abuse, and I've had that issue too. So I've overcome all of these things, and it's through God, through the law of attraction, this amazing law given to us by our Creator in order to manifest miracles into our lives. Guys, I've taken this too long. I just hope this helped you out. I really hope it did, and I would love to hear in the comments if this did help you out. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel. We're already at 117. That's so awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day.